One, two, three. Boom. What are we talking about today, man? A lag switch. This is for the OG MW2 people. But hold on. It could be for anybody, honestly. If you're into gaming, you're gonna get a kick out of what you're seeing here, man. So let's talk about it. So what do we got going on today, man? What are we talking about? We're talking about the lag switch, which requires these two simple items, and it will make a hell of a lot of fun for you. So when was this happening? This was happening for 1 week in MW2. I decided to make a lag switch. Where did I get this idea? I have no idea. I literally cannot remember where I got this idea from. I just know that I did it. Here's how I did it. And it was a hell of a time. So, MW2 was one of those games. And kind of what's going to happen here is we're just going to I'm going to show you how it works, cut it up, do it for you. And it's just a talking video, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a good laugh. I'll tell you some stories with it too, man. It's just hang out, sit down, relax. It's gonna be a good time. So basically what happened. Um I came up with this idea, or I learned it from somewhere, whatever the case was. My mind just thought about it, and I was like, let's make a lag switch. Let's freeze what happens in the game so I can maybe move around and do things while other people are frozen through internet connection, uh, internet like internet connection interruptions or connection interruption or network error, whatever would pop up on your screen back then. And so basically, we all know how electricity works, right? It's very, very simple. You have your router that's plugged into a power cable into the house. Electricity runs from the house's electricity into the router through the Ethernet cable into your console. It's very, very simple. So where do we want to make that point of contact where we have a on and off switch? Because how do switches work, right? This very simple house switch. If you don't live in a clay hut, you know what this is. On, current runs through. Off, most of the current's shut off. There's like a little bit that still flows, but it's off, right? For the most part. So how does this work? We simply are going to cut this, and I wonder if it still works today. Because what you would be able to do, I'll give you just what we're getting at. What you would be able to basically do is you could freeze everybody in the lobby. You could move around for like 10 to 15 seconds, and you could pop up in different places, and it would just completely make your friends laugh in custom matches. It would make people laugh in obviously it probably pissed people off in public matches because it was just hilarious. I did it for about a week, and then I stopped it because I was like, all right, I'm going back to the normal Ethernet cable. This is just annoying. Why do you know what I mean? Like, let's get back to normal gaming. But for the time being, it was very, very funny. So you're just going to get a normal Ethernet cable, and that's basically what it did. And I'll tell you some funny stories. But what you're going to do is just find yourself a middle point. It's super, super easy. And I would like to let everybody know I'm not electrician. What we're doing is we're literally just, you see that how I just cut that cable? Ooh, you don't want to cut actually some of the cables. Okay, so I severed some of those cords that are super detrimental to what we're doing here, and I might even speed this process up so you guys don't see it, but also at the same time, it really doesn't take that long, once you know how to do it. So you simply just cut. You see how we have this loose end right there? Now we have an open spot. So you're just going to cut through that. I'm trying to go fast so you guys don't be like, oh man, what's happening here? We'll speed up what we can, right? So now that you've got that little piece cut away that's in the middle, disconnected from the two main areas, boom. So now you have this, right? You're going to basically take all these little cords and you're going to wrap them around. Actually, I think you do cut these. I haven't done this in a long time. 07 was probably the year that it happened, right? So you're gonna actually these little tiny cords, you're gonna actually want to cut the coating off of them, or like the plastic stuff off of them. So actually, we will make this. Yeah, we're gonna speed this up. Watch this. So we've sort of finished the first part of it, and I think I'm gonna chop this into a couple different parts because this is. But check this out. So show you what we got going on here. So here's what we basically got going on. So each end, you see, here's one end, They're both male ends, obviously, because they go in rather than something plugging into them. So they're not females, they're males. I'm not an electrician by any means. Could I have blown up my house? Probably. Could I have started it on fire? Probably. But I don't know, whatever fucking year, I'm 32 now, so whatever year Modern Warfare 2 came out, yeah, dangerous, right? So I was young. Anyways, so check it out. There's a bunch of them that I like missed, and just be really careful and make sure every single one that you have in there, like you see all these different color coded, they all have the copper wires in them, or brass, whichever one they are. You're going to want to make sure that every single one of those is, you don't cut it off. And I cut a couple of them off. I'm just trying to quickly do this for you guys. So, yeah, and I cut my nail a little bit. I don't know if it's going to focus on it, but there, you could probably see it right there, the cut. The nail cut, and then there's a little blood on my finger. Yeah, man. So just be really careful when you're doing it. Don't cut yourself. Don't do stupid stuff like that. I did it because I don't give a damn, right? I'm just showing you guys. And then also color coded ones. Make sure to get every single copper and brass wire out of them, and don't just cut them off like I did. This is all just for show and tell. The next thing, don't just cut them off, is the is this, right? So if we then take, you see, this is our light switch. See how it's got the two gold prongs. This cable you could literally find at your, if you go to like Xfinity or one of those places, they'll give you a free one. You just ask for it. And then when it comes to a light switch, you can go to Home Depot, Menards, any of these hardware stores, right? And you could probably just get it for, I got this for like $1, right? So let's see how this goes. Um, let's see how this goes. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this copper wire that you got here, brass, copper, I don't know which one it is to be specific. I'm assuming probably brass. I highly doubt they use copper in here, but then again, who am I? And it's very simple. You see this string? You put them all together and you wrap it around this. You wrap it around it. It's very, very simple. So we'll do that. Boom, and we're finished. This is really janky, and like I don't know if this would work. I did it much better back in the day, and it was much neater. But here's what we're kind of looking at. So kind of what you're working with here is this is oh man, this is probably going to be somebody that tries this in 2026. So yeah, what you're working with here is you've got the end that plugs into your router. It doesn't matter which end; they're both the same. End that plugs into the router, pick one. Goes into here, wraps around here, copper, brass, whatever. Then you screw it down so it has that connectivity, and because it's and then you have the other one, you screw that down again, wrap the brass and stuff in there. It's so simple. You've seen it. And basically, what's going to then happen is you're going to have this janky ass thing that's going to probably blow up your fucking house. Didn't blow up mine, didn't start on fire, but thank God, right? And so, anyways, what ends up happening? Let's get to the story, right? Let's get to the fun times. Let's get to what everybody's here for, right? So, what was I doing with this, man? So after I made it, I plugged it into the router, plugged it into my Xbox. Uh, the current flows, and when I have this turned on, when I have the light switch on, I can play games. I'm online. Everything is working. The connection's working, right? I'm online. I turn it off What then happens? Well, I'm shutting the power of the internet from my router to my Xbox. I'm shutting it off because I'm connected hardwired. So I don't have internet no more. But what would happen for that? And this might have just been a 2007 2006 thing. Maybe it doesn't even happen like that anymore. Maybe it's not even possible. Maybe things are high speed internet. I don't know. This is what is this? This is almost 20 years ago, right? So um what would happen is I would get 10 to 15 seconds to move around, run around. So if I was on a map, for instance, if I was on Shipment, or if I was on what's that map with the long road going down on MW2, and you would shoot down. It was a big sniper fest. You know, I could run anywhere I wanted. Everybody else would freeze. Like I mentioned, it would have connection interruption, network error, whatever message would pop up on the other people's screen. Not for me though. And I would literally visibly see everybody on the map just frozen. And I could run around 10 to 15 seconds. I could get behind them. I could just joke around and do whatever I wanted. But then when it popped back on, everything would boom, it would immediately get it going back again for everybody. No issues for them. And it was just typical thing that would happen from time to time, right? Because I mean, we always had connection errors and interruptions, server. It would happen all the time, right? But boom, it would all go back to normal. And I might just be standing in front of you and then shoot the shit out of you. I might be standing behind you, shoot you. I might teabag you. You never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games. I might what was it called? Noob tube you right to the face. You know what I mean? I might noob tube you from across the map. You might have been winning that fight against me because I was on freaking 1 health. Well, now I'm on 100 health and I'm blasting you in the face. Not 100 health because it didn't regain your health, but in a sense because I'm now in a different location. You're not gonna kill me. So, anyways, man, it was just a hilarious time for like a week just fucking around with this as like a teenager, and it was very funny. Super dangerous. Again, I'm not an electrician. Probably could have started something on fire. Especially this one's definitely burning down your house, and you're going to be living in a box, and that Xbox 360 is going to be burnt. And I guess now the Xbox Series X is probably what you're playing on the PlayStation. It's going to be burnt to a crisp and just melted plastic if you use one this shitty. But no, you could get literally like a $1 one. You can get that Ethernet cable for free. Do it much cleaner, much neater, and yeah, I don't know, dude. If there's somebody out there that is of age, over the age of probably 25, 30, 40, somebody that knows what the hell they're doing, let me know if this still works today. Please. I don't need no 12-year-olds out there, no 8-year-olds out there, no 15-year-olds out there doing something like this and then running back to, Twitter or something or X or YouTube and saying, "Oh, it worked," you know what I mean? But it came with a lot though. My parents now do not have a house. Yeah, yeah, don't do all that. So anyways, this was the good old lag switch story, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I had a great time telling you about it. I had a great time doing it back in the day. It was hilarious. Um, and I gotta imagine there were so many other things like this that were out there that were just as silly but did like function the same way. And yeah, I would love to hear in the comments your guys' stories of doing silly stuff like this and not being an electrician. Just yeah, tell me all your internet stories and messing with internet and slowing down network connections and things like that, man. I love all that stupid stuff. And so yeah, tell me what you guys think. Shout out to all the OG MW2 players out there, man. I wish we could go back. I honestly do. I wish we could really go back. It was a great time. But I think what we got to do is make the best of the moments that we have in gaming right now. And shout out to those that didn't experience it but love to listen to content like this, because I got plenty more of it coming. That love to listen to content like this where we just talk about some of the old times in gaming. Man, it's been a blessing to be able to experience everything from the 90s to now, man. It's been cool, and it's the innovation of where games have finally made it to. And now seeing how crazy tech is, and seeing how technology is advancing so fast, and thinking about, man, where a game's going to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years. I think it's some of it, when I think to myself, I probably can't even fathom like where it's going to end up being, because yeah, I think it's just going to be in a really, really wild place. I don't know. I love gaming. I've had a great history and a great time playing games. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really awesome future. Show me your pictures. Show me your, of your crazy contraptions. Tell me your stories of all your crazy, wacky, uh, you know, messing around with internet lag switches, gimmicks, things like that that you guys have done in the past. And I will see you on the next one. There's some cool videos on my X, on my YouTube, and on my TikTok. Just type in the Moon Man on everything. You'll be able to find a lot of it. You'll see the purple picture, and have some fun, man. Explore what I've put out, and I plan to put out a lot more. So, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was the lag switch. I've got more funny stories coming, and don't don't go make this in 2026. I mean, a professional make it. Let me know how it works if it still does. But everybody else, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth the risk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Boom.